I want to turn now to a disturbing rise in attacks on Asian Americans.
Asian Americans becoming targets of discrimination.
Michelle Alyssa Go died on Saturday morning after she was pushed in front of a subway train.
Law enforcement agencies from coast to coast are seeing an increase in hate crimes against Asian Americans.
I do feel the sense of responsibility to tell the story right, to get the facts right. And at the end of the day, as a journalist, I just want the facts to be presented, and you can decide. Hi, I'm Jamie Nguyen, senior producer for the Consumer Investigative Team with Vicki Nguyen, also known as Win-Win Situation. Welcome to NBCU Academy.
To fade up on W and roll W. 5, 4, 3, 2.
Hello, I'm Vicki Nguyen. Thank you for joining us for our second racism virus special report.
For the racism virus, it's sort of my baby. It was born out of my brain, and it's my project that we kind of just took a leap of faith on, and I pushed to kind of get through. You know, we started seeing an uptick in the number of attacks against Asian Americans. In my family, they'd share videos to each other saying, did you see this? Did you see this? All of a sudden, I didn't want my mom to go to the grocery store. And I've had plenty of friends share stories about how they've been stared at, spit on, chased down, and it was something that deserved a bigger treatment than just a 2-minute, 3-minute piece.
According to NYPD, out of 37 reported anti-Asian hate crimes this year, 95% were physical attacks.
I first talked to the executive, Janelle, about it back in February.
I softly said, no, we're underwater and not now. Right? We have other things going on.
So I said, okay, but I kept coming back at her with it. And so she finally said yes.
There was no way I could say no to this because it was a fully formed idea with a great vision and a great passion.
Once Janelle said yes, we put a team together. She partnered me up with Jeff Kepnes, and this would not have been possible without him. He was my right hand. Like, we were just so in sync in putting this show together.
We've already started to kind of bang out a rundown in iNews.
Thankfully, like Jeff and I, our producing styles are very similar, so we just sort of understood each other and the vision that was going to take place.
Reports of hate crimes are up across all minority groups, but according to the Center for the Study of Hate and Extremism, Asian Americans are seeing the biggest spike.
Vicki and I work together on a regular basis anyway, and I know this is an important topic for her, so usually if I'm involved in a project, she's on board too.
Jamie brought it up and said, you know, I've got a real bee in my bonnet. I want us to revisit this, and I said, yes, we absolutely should.
I see smiles, thank you, thank you.
Jamie and Jeff were definitely the brains and brawn behind this whole special, the engine, if you will, plus all of the incredible producers that contributed.
Okay, she's logging on now. Great, thank you. Should I stay with you till we get her?
Okay, let's set up for
logging on.
D-Block.
I really felt the weight of the project on my shoulders. I felt a sense of responsibility to put these voices and these stories out there in a way that's different from your day-to-day news.
He's a really big get for us. It's amazing. Thank you to Team Booking for making this happen. Right now, he is our signature star.
One of the key things, and I think one of the hardest things in putting this together, is you kind of really need the stars to come out, right? And it was really hard to book celebrities. They are the sizzle and the sparkle and shine. They are going to be the ones who get people to come in and watch the show.
So we're going to tape on the 10th in the morning.
Do you have a suggested intro?
Like, you can make it graphically, like there's the 2 walls there, and then planets and then production monitor.
Okay, stand by. 4, 3, 2.
When you can tape a show, you have a lot of room to just tinker, right? So like if you don't like something, you say, let's do that again.
So we're going to redo a few things, so give me 1 second.
If something goes wrong, you can retape it.
I just don't think this is an opportunity to kind of try something and have all these gremlins affect us. Like, this is our marquee interview that we need to just make sure we technically have.
Welcome to you, Lo. It's so great to talk with you, and congratulations. When you first started officially on this TV date, you did that for.
Okay, can somebody please get on the phone? They are kicking each other out, guys, so we need to get word.
I will tell Aaron Kim, who's producing that segment, to tell him to stop calling.
Please.
In taping the special, it was messy. It was, technology links, people getting kicked off, our guests waiting in the waiting room, people dropping out just as we were about to interview them.
Can we get Jeannie to dial back in and then we can take her?
Our taping was supposed to last an hour. It ended up being almost 2 hours.
All right. This is fun.
you gotta keep your cool. You can't lose it when things are going wrong. You've just gotta focus on, okay, here's what I can control.
I picked the wrong day to quit sniffing glue.
We taped on Tuesday and then we were airing on Wednesday, so we kind of had to turn things around.
Thank you. And Phil, I want to ask you about this. Earlier, it's incredible that, you know, none of the sausage making was reflected in the final product.
As soon as it aired, it's kind of nerve-wracking. Once you put it out in the world, it's so scary. But at the end of the day, I think that I speak for everyone who worked on it. We are really, really proud of what came out. And again, it's not about me, it's about the stories and the voices. And I just felt a sense of responsibility to make sure we do it right.
Thank you for watching The Racism Virus. For all of us at NBC News, I'm Vicki Nguyen.
All right, we're clear.
Very much. Good work.
Home run, couldn't be more proud. We'll be submitting it for awards. Vicki Nguyen, Jamie, they really delivered something that was compelling and smart and interesting and original.
I'm super proud of this project. I don't want to get emotional about it, but I think for a long time, I just wanted to be known as a journalist. Like, I didn't want to be Jamie who's a female, Jamie who's Asian American. I didn't want those things to define me, but I think that as I've gotten older, especially in the last couple of years, I can't help who I am. And I think who I am makes a better story, or can make a better story. You look at my face and I've experienced racism, but at the end of the day, we all bleed, we all want the same things. We all want to be accepted for who we are. And I think of myself as I'm the product of immigrant parents. You know, my grandfather fought communism. I hope that I'm making him proud. You know, I lost him to COVID, so he didn't get to see the first one, and obviously not this one, but I feel like he fought communists for a reason, like for our right for free speech, and I'm hoping that I carry on his legacy, and with the work that I'm doing, telling these stories from an underrepresented community. I carry that as, you know, an opportunity to shine a light in a way that maybe someone else can't.